Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into something really key for English learners. Unlocking that secret to fluency, actually thinking in English.
Ooh, yes. Super important.
It's not just about, cramming more grammar or vocab.
Yeah.
It's a deeper shift, a mental one.
Exactly. We're talking about getting to that point where words just flow naturally.
Yeah, no hesitation, no translating in your head. That's the goal, right?
That is absolutely the goal. And thinking in English is, well, it's the pathway there.
Because it cuts out that whole translation step. Makes you faster.
Faster, definitely. But it's more than speed. It boosts your confidence.
Okay.
And your sentences end up sounding more natural, closer to how a native speaker talks.
Right. It's the difference between someone who studies English and someone who actually sort of lives in it.
That's a great way to put it. And, so many learners put in hours and hours of study.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
But they don't get that fluency they want. And often it's because they're still thinking in their native language, still translating.
It's like that red car example you mentioned.
Exactly. You see a red car. If you're translating, you think the word in your language, then find red car.
Okay.
But thinking directly, you just see it and think red car, boom, instant.
Much more efficient, saves mental energy.
And that energy goes into the conversation itself. You listen better because you're not busy translating.
Right. More present.
You respond faster, feel more confident, and you can actually express your real self in English.
Okay, but I can hear listeners thinking, hang on, I don't know enough English words to think in English? Is that a roadblock?
It's a really common worry. But here's the thing. You don't need to be perfect to start. Fluency isn't about zero mistakes. It's about flow, progress. Even thinking simple thoughts in English is a huge step.
So like, I am walking, or this coffee is good.
Exactly that level to begin with. And think about memory thinking in English reinforces the language constantly.
Like a workout for your brain.
Totally. It builds stronger connections, helps you recall words faster, and grammar starts to feel more intuitive, like it does for native speakers.
And it touches on identity too, doesn't it? Developing that English-speaking version of yourself.
It does. It helps build that confidence. And it's not about losing your native language identity at all.
No, it's adding another layer.
Precisely, adding a new dimension.
So in this deep dive, we're really going to get into it.
We are. We'll look at the biggest mistakes people make.
Okay.
Easy daily habits to build, how to actually stop translating, and even ways to practice when you're totally alone.
Sounds good. It's about practice, motivation, building that confidence brick by brick.
You got it.
All right, let's jump in. What's the absolute biggest mistake holding people back?
Okay, the number one thing. Translating. Constantly translating everything from their native language before they speak English.
Right. Which feels natural at first, I guess. Especially for beginners.
Oh, totally natural. Your first language is home base. It feels safe.
But it holds you back later on.
Massively. It's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake.
Yeah, okay. Slow and jerky.
Exactly. It creates this tension, this inefficiency. Translation is useful as maybe a temporary bridge,
Like when you're first learning a concept.
Right. But it's not the road itself. It shouldn't be the final destination for fluency.
Can you walk us through the difference again? Like the mental steps for, I am going to the store.
Sure. If you translate idea in native language, find English words for each part, figure out grammar, assemble the English sentence. Lots of steps.
Okay. Conscious effort.
Very conscious. But thinking in English, the thought going to the store just arises as I'm going to the store. Direct link.
Automatic.
Automaticity, that's the goal. Thought and English are one.
So translation isn't evil.
Not at all. It's good for learning new things initially. The problem is when it's this automatic, ingrained habit that stops you moving forward.
Why do people get stuck there, do you think?
Well, one, that safety thing we mentioned. Native language feels secure. Two, they think they're not ready. Like, my vocab isn't good enough, or my grammar is weak.
But you're saying even basic English is enough to start thinking in it.
Absolutely. You don't need advanced English to think simple thoughts like, I'm tired, or it's sunny.
Okay. And is there a third reason?
Yeah, often it's just lack of awareness. The translation becomes so automatic, so subconscious, they don't even realize they're doing it constantly.
Wow. So breaking that habit, even though it takes effort?
It's essential. It's non-negotiable for real fluency.
And what happens when you do break it?
You start to actually live in English. Your focus shifts. It's less about perfect grammar, more about just communicating.
Getting your point across.
Yeah. Speech flows better, less hesitation. English stops feeling like a school subject and becomes a tool you actually use.
So how can someone start noticing this habit? What's a first step?
Just start paying attention to your own thoughts during the day. Ask yourself, what language am I thinking in right now?
Okay, a little self-check.
Exactly. If it's your native language, just gently try to switch a couple of simple thoughts into English. The sky is blue. I need water. What time is it?
Don't worry about perfection.
Not at all. The goal is just awareness first, training your brain to notice.
That sounds doable. Just noticing is the first hurdle.
It really is. Once you see the habit, you can start to gently steer your thoughts toward English.
Okay, so we know the big mistake is that constant translation. Now, the solution, what are some easy, practical, daily things people can do?
Right. The solution is building the good habit. Thinking in English every day in small ways. And you don't need to move to London for this.
Good to know. So what's habit number one?
Super simple. Name things around you in English.
Just look around and name stuff.
Yep. At home.
Yeah.
Table, lamp, window, mug. Outside. Car, tree, bird, building, work, computer, pen, desk.
Okay.
The key is connecting the English word directly to the object. Skip the translation step. You see the chair, you think chair.
Builds that direct link. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Habit two.
Describe what you're doing in simple English as you do it.
Out loud or in your head.
Either. Silently is fine. Waking up, I'm waking up. Stretching, brushing my teeth. Making breakfast. Making coffee. Getting milk.
Keep it simple.
Very simple sentences. The goal is the habit of that internal English voice, not perfect grammar.
I like that, weaving it into just living. Yeah. Okay, habit three.
Use English for your to-do list.
Practical.
Yeah. Write down your tasks in English. Call Sarah. Go to bank. Finish report. Buy milk. Exercise.
So English becomes part of your actual goals for the day.
Exactly. Makes it functional. Habit 4.
Okay.
Talk to yourself in English. This might feel weird at first.
Yeah, maybe a little.
But it's powerful. Quietly, mentally, or even looking in a mirror, ask yourself things like, how was work today? And answer simply, it was busy. I learned something new.
So it trains your brain, your mouth if you speak, and your confidence all at once.
You got it. Hits multiple points. Okay, habit 5.
Lay it on me.
Think in English before you sleep. Just for a minute or two.
How?
Ask simple questions mentally. What did I do today? What am I grateful for? What's happening tomorrow? Answer in simple English. It's a calm way to end the day in English mode.
Nice, peaceful practice. Habit 6.
Use your phone in English. This is a big one because we use our phones constantly.
Oh, yeah, like change the language settings.
Exactly. Change the system language. Use Siri or Google Assistant in English. Search the web in English. Follow English accounts on social media.
Turns your phone into an immersion tool. Clever. Okay, number 7.
Set a thinking in English alarm.
Like a reminder.
Yeah. Set maybe 2 or 3 alarms for during the day. When it goes off, stop for just 1 minute. And only think in English.
About what?
Anything. What you're doing right then, how you feel, what you need to do next. Just a quick mental workout for that English thinking muscle.
These all sound really practical. Should people try all 7 at once? Might be overwhelming.
Definitely not all at once. That's key. Start small. Pick just one. Or maybe 2 that seem easy or fun. And be consistent.
Consistency is everything.
Yeah.
These habits fit into your day. They don't need extra time. Just weave them in.
So pick one, try it today, and build from there.
That's the message. Consistency makes English a natural part of your life, bit by bit.
Okay, great habits. But let's tackle the core issue again. Actively stopping the translation. How do we make that mental switch?
Right, because translation feels, well, comfortable, doesn't it? Like a safety net. Breaking free needs a real shift in perspective.
What kind of shift?
Stop treating English like a subject you studied, like chemistry or history.
Okay.
And start treating it like a tool you use in your life.
Yeah.
Right now. Think about kids learning their first language. They just dive in, connect words to experiences.
Yeah.
No translation, no grammar rules first.
Right. They just absorb it through use.
Exactly. So the reframe is this. Instead of thinking, how do I say this exact complex idea in English?
Yeah.
Train yourself to think, okay, what sentence can I build with the English I already know to get this idea across?
Work with what you've got. Work with what you've got. Build from there. That's real communication.
Can you give an example of simplifying?
Sure. Let's say you want to express. I was incredibly keen to visit the seaside due to the spectacularly fine weather, but regrettably, I was obligated to remain indoors and complete some urgent professional tasks.
Okay, that's quite a mouthful to translate directly.
Right, you could get totally stuck. But if you reframe using simpler English, I wanted to go to the beach, it was sunny, nice weather, but I stayed home. I had work.
Gets the main point across perfectly. Clear.
Clear. And you communicated successfully in English without getting bogged down. That's the win.
So clarity over complexity, especially when starting to think directly.
Absolutely. Another technique. Try thinking in simple images. See the thing. Connect it directly to the English word.
Like the red car.
Exactly. See a dog running? Think dog running. Visualize it. Don't translate dog or running from your language first. Build that direct visual English link.
Okay. And what about understanding? Do I need to understand 100% of everything I hear or read to stop translating?
No.
Yeah?
Definitely not. That's a huge trap. You have to trust your brain more.
How so?
Trust it to figure things out from context, from tone, from patterns. Don't stop the flow to look up every single word. Keep the momentum going.
That might feel uncomfortable at first, though, not knowing every word.
It probably will.
Yeah.
And that discomfort, that's actually a good sign. It means your brain is adapting, growing new pathways. Lean into it.
So if I get stuck trying to say something and I don't want to translate, what's the quick fix?
Simplify. Always simplify. Can't think of the man across the street was staring at me strangely.
Yeah.
Try. A man looked at me. He was not normal. I didn't like it. Use simpler words, shorter sentences. Keep the flow.
Flow over perfection.
Always. And practice thinking in just short phrases sometimes. Need coffee? Almost lunchtime? Good meeting. Keeps the brain easily in English mode.
So it's about making English feel like home.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally.
That's a perfect way to put it. Making it your mental home. It takes time, takes trust, but that's where thoughts just start happening in English naturally.
That sounds amazing. But okay, reality check.
Yeah.
What happens when I am trying to think in English, doing all this stuff, and I just blank on a word? I know it exists, but I can't find it.
Yes, the tip of the tongue phenomenon, but in your second language. It happens to everyone. Native speakers, too.
Really? Okay, that's good to know.
Absolutely. First rule, don't panic, don't feel bad. It's totally normal. The key is not letting it stop you or make you switch back to translating.
So what do you do? What are the strategies?
Okay, strategy 1, use simpler words. Synonyms. Can't think of delicious, say very good or tastes great. Exhausted, say very tired. Purchase, say buy.
Focus on getting the meaning across clearly.
Exactly. Clarity first. Strategy 2, describe the word.
How does that work?
If you forget gloves, you say,
Yeah.
the things you wear on your hands. when it's cold, or a refrigerator becomes, the cold box where we keep the food.
Circumlocution, talking around it.
Precisely. It keeps your brain working in English, and often the other person gets it immediately. Strategy 3. Use gestures or examples. If you're talking to someone and forget umbrella, mime opening one and say, the thing for rain.
Right. And if you're just thinking to yourself,
picture the object, think, it looks like, or you use it for. Connect it visually or functionally. Strategy 4.
yes.
Use a placeholder word. Thing, stuff, place. Whatchamacallit.
Yep.
Seriously. Can you pass me the thing for changing channels remote? I need to put this stuff in the place where clothes go.
Closet wardrobe.
It keeps you moving. Buys you time while staying in English. Got it. Strategy 5.
Use the context. Your brain is smart. If someone says, I went to buy some milk and bread, you can probably guess shop or store, even if they paused.
Yeah.
Trust the context to help you fill gaps.
Right, let the overall meaning guide you. Strategy 6.
Make it a learning moment. If you realize you don't know a word, fine. Make a quick note. Mental or physical, look it up later. Then actively try to use that new word in your thoughts or next conversation.
Turn the gap into fuel for learning. Exactly. And strategy 7. Practice thinking around words. Deliberately pick an object you see. Pretend you forgot the English word. Now, describe it, what it looks like, what it does, all in English. Don't look it up yet.
Like a targeted exercise.
Builds that specific skill of navigating vocabulary gaps fluently.
These are fantastic. So the main takeaway when you blank on a word is,
keep going. Whatever you do, keep the conversation or your train of thought moving forward in English. Use these tricks. Don't stop. Don't switch back. That maintains flow, builds confidence, and trains your brain to find solutions.
it really drives home that fluency isn't about knowing every single word.
Not at all. It's about effective communication, resourcefulness, and confidence, even when you don't know every word.
Brilliant. So we've got daily habits, ways to stop translating, strategies for missing words. What about focused practice? Specifically, how can people practice thinking in English when they're alone?
Solo practice. It's incredibly powerful and, honestly, often overlooked. People think they need a partner.
But you don't.
You absolutely don't need one to make huge progress in thinking skills. Alone time is golden for this.
Okay, so give us some techniques for solo practice. Technique 1.
Narrate your day. As you do things, describe them, mentally or even quietly aloud. Okay, making coffee now, pouring the water. Ooh, smells good. Adding milk.
Like being your own commentator.
Exactly. It builds fluency, gets you used to forming sentences about your immediate reality, boosts internal confidence. Technique 2.
Yes.
Reflect in English. At the end of the day, review it mentally. What did I do today? Answer yourself. Well, I went to work, had a meeting, it was okay. Then I cooked dinner, watched a show, add feelings, felt tired, learned something interesting.
Consolidates the day and practices English thinking. Nice. Technique 3.
Ask and answer questions. Have little dialogues with yourself. What's my favorite food? Probably pizza. I like the cheese. What do I want to achieve this week? I want to finish that report and call my parents.
Builds that quick response skill internally.
Definitely. Technique 4. Use a mirror.
We mentioned this briefly with self-talk.
Yeah, but really focus here. Talk to your reflection in English. Notice your mouth movements, your expressions, your body language. Practice greetings. Give yourself a mini presentation. Say affirmations. I am learning. I am improving. I can do this.
Combines language with confidence building.
Yeah.
KF5.
Play the what can I say game. Pick an object, a pen, a plant, a book, and just talk about it for 30 seconds or a minute. Describe it. What's it made of? What's it for? Where did you get it?
Forces you to think quickly in English with the vocab you have.
Exactly. Great workout. Technique 6. Listen, pause, and think. Listen to a short bit of English, maybe a minute of this deep dive. Pause it. Then in English, summarize. Well, they were talking about solo practice. Ask yourself, what do I think about that? Is it useful? Have a mini reaction in English.
Makes listening more active and prompts English thinking. Good one. 7.
Visualize your day in English. Before it happens, mentally walk through your schedule. Okay, first I'll get up, then I'll have breakfast. I need to remember my keys, then I'll drive to work. I have a meeting at 10. You're planning and simulating in English.
Using English for future thinking. Okay, you mentioned a bonus one, too.
Ah, yes. Dream journaling. If you remember your dreams, try describing them in English when you wake up, mentally, or write them down.
Wow, that could get complex.
It can, but it's amazing practice for more creative, abstract expression in English, even if it's just fragments.
These are all fantastic solo exercises. What's the key to making them work?
Consistency, again, and starting small. Pick one or two you actually like the sound of. Don't force it. And remember, solo practice is a safe zone. Mistakes are totally fine. Nobody's listening. Just keep doing it.
It really shows you can build that internal English world all by yourself.
Absolutely. It creates a really deep personal connection with the language when it becomes part of your inner thoughts and habits.
This has been incredibly useful. So pulling it all together now, if there's one core message about thinking in English.
It's that thinking in English isn't just a nice-to-have skill. It is the key. It's the engine of real natural fluency. It changes everything internally.
And believing you can do it is crucial, right? Even before you feel fluent.
Oh, massively. That belief, that mindset often comes first. The most successful learners aren't necessarily the smartest. They're the ones who are consistent, courageous enough to try, and just keep going. They don't let mistakes stop them.
Okay, so quick recap. We hit the importance of thinking in English, the big trap of translation, those great daily habits, what to do when you blank on a word, and these powerful solo practice techniques.
And listeners should remember, you are already becoming more fluent. Every time you try to think in English, even if it feels clunky, you're making progress. Fluency is about freedom. Freedom to express, connect, think without fear. Free English.
Love that. Free English. So what's one tiny thing someone listening can do, like right now?
Pick one thing from today. Just one. Spend the next 60 seconds talking to yourself in English about your day so far. Or grab a piece of paper and write tomorrow's to-do list in English. Or just look around the room and name 5 things in English. Right now.
Don't wait for the perfect moment.
Exactly. The perfect time is now. Your mind is the perfect tool. The English you have right now is enough to start building with.
And maybe share this deep dive with a friend who's also learning.
Great idea. Practicing together, supporting each other, it definitely helps.
Okay, a final thought to leave everyone with.
Just this. You don't need to be perfect to be fluent. Seriously. You just need to keep thinking in English, one thought at a time.
Your English mind is awake now. Keep feeding it. Keep growing. Keep practicing. You've absolutely got this.